What's going on, family? See, entertainer, motivator, educator, Lucky Murray back with another Gamecock news update. Today, we're speaking about Spencer Rattler, and it's a comment that I heard on the broadcast Saturday night when we was playing Georgia. Ultimately, we won, and the broadcasters kept saying we needed to let Spencer Rattler throw the ball, that he has not got engaged in the offense, and they kept saying that when he came to South Carolina, before he came to South Carolina, he was a Heisman frontrunner. He had over 4,000 yards passing, and he was this prospect, number one recruit in the nation. All these things are well documented. But this year at South Carolina, it seemed like the coaching staff is holding him back. And I want to talk a little about, is Spencer Rattler being held back by the South Carolina Gamecocks coaching staff? So we're going to look at some numbers real quick, and I'm going to talk really quick about this situation right here. So this is ultimately his stats, right? Last game, he had 107 yards, 73% completion rates, and no touchdowns, no interceptions. That's good, right? So let's keep going. So let's look at the comparison to his 4 years in college, right? Remember, because of the COVID year, they are allowed an additional year. So he's been in college for 4 years, but he actually has one more year, I believe so. So if you think about it, his best year was 2020. And that's kind of crazy that 2020 was his best year, but that was the year of the pandemic, right? So his freshman year, he was behind Jalen Hurts. He only had 81 yards, one touchdown, right? Jalen Hurts left for the NFL. He comes in, 214 for 317. His completion rate was 67. 67% of his passes completed. He had 3,031 yards. He averaged 9.6 yards. He had 28 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 621. This is long, right? So going to 21, that's the year that he got benched by Caleb Williams, I believe. So again, 140 out of 187, 74.9 yards completion rate. So that's really good completion rate. He had 1,483 yards, 7.9 attempts, 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and his loan was 50. So transfer to this year, he's coming to Carolina, right? So this is an early sample size, but he's almost at 1,000 yards at 909 yards. This is the part that is kind of worrisome. He has 2 touchdowns for 5 picks, right? Throughout his career, he's been known to have more touchdowns than interceptions. This year, he's played in the SEC, right? And our schedule gets worse after state. I think his stats would be pretty stuffed, when they play state next week. And after state, then it is going to be a dogfight, to say the least. So here's my question, guys. Here's my thing that I want you guys to see. South Carolina, like I said last week against Charlotte, running game clicked. Now, will that happen? Will that awaken some people? I think that we won't run 296 yards, but we can get 150, 200 yards a game. We should not ask Spencer Rattler to do that much, because I think the problem that we're seeing with him, and you guys can let me know in the comment section below, that he makes a lot of Superman plays. And here's what I call Superman plays. I feel like he tries to force balls in there to make a play because he feels as though it's that he needs to do that. Now, again, this is a fan looking down. I'm not out there. I don't get to play with those guys, so I don't know. So I'm not going to sit here and try to make Spencer Rattler something that he's not. But what I am going to say is that ESPNU broadcast just kept talking about Spencer Rattler, and yes, Spencer Rattler cannot throw, less than 100, 200 yards, 150 yards, something like that, and for us to have a chance to beat these teams, like Texas A&M, like Tennessee, like Florida, like Kentucky, Missouri. The East is really good this year. And the fact that South Carolina, I think we have the edge at quarterback as far as talent wise. I think we have the edge at skilled receivers wise. Skill position wise. I do not think we have the edge when it comes to offensive line, and our defense was exposed against Charlotte, right? We could not stop the pass early on. Now, we made an adjustment second half, but early on, they was dotting us up. So the question is, can Spencer Rattler exist as a manager, a game manager, right? Can he relax, and can he just take what the defenses give them versus, a lot of his interceptions, a few of them were just him forcing it in. And I think that we cannot really tell until we play Texas A&M in 2 weeks. South Carolina State, everybody's going to eat. Everybody should eat. You know what I'm saying? I suggest that South Carolina wins big, right? I think they win big, but here's the thing, peoples. Let me. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. And here's what I think. I think that him turning into a game manager will help not only the Gamecocks win, but also will help his draft staff. Do I think that he is the top quarterback in the NFL draft? No, he has NFL talent and he will get drafted. But does he have NFL type talent to carry on? I think he has to show that he could be a better decision maker. But that's just my opinion. But here's what I need you to do. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Get this entertainer, motivated, educated, and please don't forget all three. Like Mary back another Gamecock news update. Here's what we doing. We talking about them Gamecocks. Let us know what you think about it in the comment section below. But like always, till next time, people.